Hey everyone, it's Jason, and cruise beverage packages are expensive, sometimes costing almost as much as half of what another cruise would cost you. The question is, are they worth that price? And if you do decide to buy them, how do you get the most value out of them? In this video, I'm going to answer both of those questions. Also, make sure to stick around to tip number 5, because I personally think this is an essential piece to get the most value out of your beverage package. So number 1, and there's really no right or wrong answer to this, but you really need to understand yourself. Can you drink a certain amount of drinks every single day and keep that pace up for potentially 7-8 days? Now this is a key element, and I've talked to a lot of people and they say, hey, I'm good up until like day 3 or 4. And then after that, I don't want to drink anymore. It's just too much for me. I think the cruise line's doing an excellent job of selling that, hey, get the beverage package, you chill out, you deserve this. Well, are you overpaying for it? Now, what's interesting is I've talked to 2 food and beverage managers on 2 different cruise lines, and they both told me that about 70% of the people that buy the beverage package would be better off buying it individually, that it just doesn't pay out. So make sure you're really understanding how many drinks you need to drink every day and that cost. Now we'll go into those numbers a little later, but also if you do decide to buy it, make sure you're pacing yourself. You don't need to buy or pay for that beverage package in the first day. So I've told this story before. We were on the Odyssey of the Seas, and we had not left Port Everglades, where our embarkation port was. Around 3:30, we hear Alpha, 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 which means there's a medical emergency. We see a young lady, she passed out in the bathroom because she was drunk. So they had to remove her from the ship. We see her being removed and her family going with her. Can you imagine, because you tried to pay for that beverage package in the first day, that you were removed from the ship? Make sure to pace yourself. That is an important key. And that is one thing to understand yourself and what you can handle and not handle. So number 2, not enough people consider this, and I think this is an important element, is understanding what type of cruise you're going on. So imagine you're going to Alaska. The weather's cooler, and every port you want to take advantage of Alaska. So you're going to be off that ship all day long. Well, every minute that you're off that ship is a minute you don't enjoy that beverage package. Is it really going to pay for itself in Alaska? And then you got to think of things like the Mediterranean, where they're port-intensive cruises. Some of these stops are 7 to 7 every single day for 7 days. You're enjoying the drinks and the food in the ports. Do you really think it's a good value to have the beverage package? And then even in the Caribbean, depending on what time of year you're going. Going in June or July is much different from going in December through February, where it can be cooler, windier, rainier. You can just have a lot of that weather at that time of year. And it may not be where you want to drink all day. Let's face it, when it's hot, the drinks seem to go down a lot easier, a lot faster. So just evaluate what type of cruise you're going on before you buy that beverage package. So number 3, understand the numbers. And this is important because you need to know each and every single day how many drinks you're going to need to drink in order to pay for that beverage package. So for example, we're going on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. And we have found that the beverage package for my wife and I is over $1,288 for 7 days. So as an example, drinks at $12 a piece would be 107 drinks we would need to consume in a week in order to break even on the beverage package. That's 7.6 drinks per day per person. Doesn't matter how many drinks they are, they're coffee drinks, whatever. $12 a piece, 7.6 drinks per day. And this is where you're going to find people, and in talking to a lot of people, they say they get burnt out on how many drinks they have to consume each day. They say they get to day 3 and 4 and they're good, and then after that, They don't want to drink after 5, 6, 7 days. It really burns them out. So this is where it goes back to number one. You have to understand yourself. Can you keep this pace up? As another example, Norwegian Cruise Line. And we see a lot of them advertising, and they do a great job with their free at sea program. Well, it's not quite free at sea. So we're going on the Norwegian Agua, and for the two of us, that free at sea program, the beverage package, was a like $310 service fee. Now, if you go into their planner and you want to upgrade to the premium beverage package, it's another $300. So you're looking at over $600 for their beverage package to have the premium package. So it's not quite free at sea, so you have to calculate those numbers. Now, one program or package that I personally think is a great value is the Princess Plus package. Now, it's $60 per person per day, but it includes your gratuities, internet package for each one, so one device for each one of you, and the beverage package drinks up to $15. That is really a good deal when you consider what gratuities would cost you and what the Wi-Fi package would cost you. It's roughly $500. So for the two of you, you're paying $340 for the beverage package. I believe it breaks down to $22 a day. That's easy. You have one drink a day, you have a couple Cokes, a few waters, you're well past $22 a day. It really is a good value and something you might want to consider. So make sure you're doing these numbers, understanding them, breaking them down, and can you drink that amount of drinks each and every day in order to at least break even on these beverage packages. So number 4, understanding your benefits. Now you might be saying, Jason, what does my benefits have to do with the beverage package? So for example, Royal Caribbean, once you hit diamond status, you get 4 drinks per person per day. Now if you only drink 6 drinks per day, and that's kind of what you do, you only need to buy 2 drinks per day. Thus you don't need to buy the beverage package. And then you need to understand, and I was shocked that a lot of people don't understand this, is there's reciprocity between Celebrity Cruises and Royal Caribbean. So if you're elite and above on Celebrity, you're automatically diamond status on Royal Caribbean. And if you're diamond status and above on Royal Caribbean, you're automatically elite on Celebrity. Now, Celebrity has a happy hour where you can get free drinks at many of the bars. So that's another added benefit. Now, they also do have welcome back parties, and the drinks are free flowing there. So make sure to take advantage of that. And then they have certain status get-togethers where drinks are free flowing there. So just understand your benefits, because you may get free drinks and it might not be worth buying that beverage package if you get a certain amount of drinks included. So before I get to number 5, I would ask that you please like this video, as it does help the channel grow. Also, consider subscribing, as we're on the path to 100,000 subscribers by the time we go on our cruise to Alaska at the end of August. If you could do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much. So number 5, understand the rules. You're spending hundreds, if not over $1,000 for these beverage packages. You need to know what's included and not included so you can take advantage. Also, understand any specific rules there may be. So for example, any cruise line that sails under the Carnival Corporation flag, cruise lines like Carnival, Holland America, and Princess, and others, have a 15 alcoholic drink per 24-hour rule. Also understand if you're a big Starbucks drinker. Most cruise lines do not include Starbucks in the beverage package. But understand other things like Celebrity Cruises premium beverage package. If you have that, you can go to the Aqua Spa Cafe, and they have smoothies there that are included. Same thing with Princess Cruises. If you have one of those packages, they have fresh squeezed juices. They also have where you can get desserts in part of it. Understand all these things so you can take advantage and help pay for that beverage package. Do you buy the beverage package when you cruise? Is it a good value to you? I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for the support. And until I talk to you next week, happy cruising.